Welcome to the show, guys. Unmasking the Blueprint is a unique visual podcast that will begin each show with a blueprint shuffle. Yep, you heard me correctly. We will be shuffling. We're going to we will interview business owners and music artists, and you'll be able to meet the person behind the brand. Each show will have a giveaway, so stay tuned to win.
Woo! Thank you, Mr. Penns. Thank you, Mr. Penns. Thank y'all guys for showing up on this amazing Tuesday. What's up to my Scorpios? Woo-hoo! That was so messy. That was so messy. So I just want to thank everybody who came on today, who's going to listen to the show. It is greatly, greatly, greatly appreciated. I'm just coming back off my birthday weekend. I took a 5-day just mini vacay, just kind of got away and just Side. It's much needed. Everybody needs to do that every once in a while. Self-care is so important. And so, guys, today's guest is nobody, no other than your girl, Raychell Penns. Yep, it's me today. And so I kind of want to tell y'all a little bit about me. Everybody thinks they know me, but there are some things about me that you just don't know. Okay, so y'all ready? So we're definitely going to talk about how unmasking the blueprint came about. But before we do that, I want to take you back to the first book that I written. The first book that I written was called Own It. It's called Own It, and it's called Take Your Life Back. It's about owning all your situations, whether they were good or bad. It's about never giving up, and it's always having a way through and trusting and believing that you can do it. Guys, this book has gotten me where I'm at today. It was actually a book, and then I decided to make it into a workbook because I realized there are so many people who were like me, how I used to be. I used to be so broken, and I didn't want nobody to see the brokenness that I was, right? And so I would just kind of go through life smiling, but like dying inside. And I don't know if anybody else know what that feels like, but it's not a good place to be. And so I wrote this book called Own It, and I want to just read the introduction for you guys. It says, Own It is about all the things from your past, whether they were good or bad. It's about taking all that you have experienced and using that knowledge to make your future better. It's about taking all the negative things in your life and making them positive. It's about actually learning from your past and not doing the same things while expecting to get different results. It's about creating a new you. Own It is about helping you find out who you are. Own It is about helping you overcome the things that you didn't even know that was hindering you from being all you could be. I started out writing this self-help book for you before I realized that I needed it for myself. I had unresolved issues that was hindering me from being all that I could be. This workbook took me to places that I never wanted to go back. In order for me to grow, I had to own the things that I had thrown in my closet and I wanted to forget about. My parents separating, being molested as a child, becoming a mother while I was in high school, being in a physical and mental abusive marriage for years, getting a divorce, becoming a single mom are just a few of the unresolved issues in my life that I had to own. But once I owned them, they no longer owned me. I want you to own your past. Throughout the workbook, I have added scriptures that help me in my life. These scriptures was the light in dark places, and I hope you find them useful. When I wrote this from a very broken, discombobulated, not really sure what I should be doing, how I should be doing it, place. And the more I wrote, see, some people don't believe in God. Some people believe in a higher being. I don't know, whatever you believe in. But the reason why when I say something that I do, Own It was not written by me. I know that y'all, I got up every night at 2 or 3 in the morning. I was writing stuff down, but I don't even have the knowledge of the things and the structure that everything was put into place to bring out of you what God needs to be brought out in you. Thank you, Miss Alpha. So when I tell you Own It saved me, there is so many people who have purchased this who actually repurchased a whole nother one to give to a friend or a family member. People have purchased this and be like, girl, thank you. You know why? Because it's like a little therapy in a book. You open it up and it asks you questions about yourself. What did it take from me? What did it take from me? And so you fill this out like a diary. And you just feel so much better when you put it to pen and paper. And then I show you in the book how to take that and be like, this don't own me no more. I think what people don't understand, the reason why you can't hurt me with my past is because it's the past. It happened. When you cheat on your spouse, when you cheat on a grade, when you do things you're not supposed to and you don't get caught, it hinders you. It holds you captive. It's like you chained and you locked up, right? But once you release, once I say, I'm free, I'm free. Once I used to be so ashamed to say I was molested. You know, it's like it's a cuss word. It's embarrassing. Like you didn't scream, you didn't bite him, you didn't run. Like how do you allow, like it happened more than one time? Maybe you enjoyed it. Maybe you liked it. Did you secretly like it? Right? And so your brain is like, did I like it? Why didn't I scream? I mean, could I have bit him? You know? And so you start questioning yourself. Like, what could I have done? Not a damn thing. Sorry for my Christians, not a damn thing. I am not about to allow me. That's you're making the victim the victim. No, we don't make the victim the victim. No, I was a child. He was an adult. Even if I said yes, he still should have said no. You know, but when you have people saying things to you, you don't know any better. You're like, oh, well, maybe, and no. And see, once I was able to stand in my truth, stand in my truth, you can't make me feel bad. You can't tell me what I could have or I should have did. You can't. I don't feel. It is what it is. When he had his hand on my throat and said, I killed your sister. See, I can go really deep on y'all, but see, I'm not gonna do it. This is unmasking the blueprint. I just want you to understand just a little bit of where I've been. Okay. So my thing is, once I own that, no matter what anybody say about you can't. It is what it is. I can't. I'm not ashamed. You know. It's so funny when people say, "Oh, your husband used to beat you. Y'all was together for 13 years. Girl, he beat you for 10 of them years. Girl, you stayed for 10 years. Who does that?" And then it's like somebody just smushing you down. Why would you stay? Why? 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 And honestly, because I didn't understand the why, I'd be like, I don't know. I don't know why I stayed. I don't know why I stayed. Right? And then so many things in my life, I didn't know the why. And so when you don't know the why, you can't stand up for it because you don't understand it. And why you did that? When you tell you why you did that, the kid like, I don't know. Why you made it right? I don't know. Why you didn't do that? I don't know. When you don't know, you just don't know. But when I wrote on it, when I thought I was just writing it for the world, and I also needed it to write me, when I also needed to fix me, to mend my broken places, I realized the reason I stayed for so long was from something that happened to me back in the gap. It was my past that was hope that I was trying to save my kids from, right? So if I could, I don't mind getting a little beat up if it's gonna stop my kids from getting molested. I I, I can deal with an abusive marriage if I don't have to bring somebody that's not in my family inside my home. That's their daddy. He ain't gonna hurt them. It's okay. I wear my bang over and cover my eye. It's all right. It's all right. But see, I couldn't verbalize that at the time because I didn't know why I was staying. I didn't understand why I was staying. I didn't understand why. When I knew my brain was saying leave, but I was like, I can't. Like, and couldn't leave. But then after when I wrote on it and I started writing it myself and I started understanding myself, I stayed to save my children. In my mind, having the same parents in one home underneath one roof meant safety for my kids. I'm not asking you to understand. It's not for everybody to understand, but somebody out there understand what I'm saying. But baby girl, if you listening, I would have stayed. And one day he choked me out. And I just passed to the ground, just passed out to the ground. And I remember looking up and my children throwing flowers on my grave. And God said, that's gonna be you, my daughter, if you don't move. I've given you so many signals to leave. So many signals to leave, but you refuse to leave, and that's okay, because I give you the freedom. I give you the choice. And the choice for me to stay, and this is what's gonna happen in that choice. Who gonna raise them boys if you stay in this choice? If you stay here. Oh, but if you my father, why you can't fix it? Right? But let me tell y'all something, guys. I was so angry at God for not fixing my marriage. We had a beautiful home, 2 vehicles, a guest room, a big backyard. Isn't that the American dream? Why? Why he can fix that? Because y'all know what we forgot? We want God to fix our mess, but he never told us to get in the mess. Let me say it again because I want to make sure that you caught that. See, back, down the street, to the right, to the left, around the corner, when you met somebody at the club drinking and smoking and dropping it like it was hot and doing all this other stuff. And then you like, I'm going to take him to church. This is my man. This is my man. This is mine, right? And then you take him to church and you clean him all up. And he like, I love you and I love you too. And we're going to have some babies. And we're going to live our best life. And who did you ask? Was this your husband? Who did we ask? I don't think I asked God for him at all. I don't think I asked God for approval at all. I love him. This is my man. This is my husband. This is my children's father. Right? But then, when it wasn't going right, I'm mad. Like, where you at? God? What you doing, God? And God like, ain't nobody. I give you free will. I gave you free will. I allowed you to do that. Now I'm telling you to go. I'm telling you that's enough. That's enough. That was hard for me. That was hard for me. I was like, I go to church. I pay my tithes. You can't fix this. And then I had to remember, God didn't put me there. It was a choice that I made. And now I got to put my big girl drawers on. And I got to go the path that God is sending me on alone. Of course, I wasn't alone. God had my back. But I wanted my partner to go. I didn't want to do this for kids by myself. But guess what, guys? Sometimes we make choices on our own and we got to put our big girl drawers on and we got to deal with them. And so my very first book was on it. And I went so deep to tell y'all that because some of y'all have passion in you. You have a fire in you. I don't know if you ever seen what I think it's Steve Harvey. He said something like, when you die, your dreams are gonna come to you and be like, I told you, you let me die. I gave you all these dreams, and now I gotta die with you. I gave you all these dreams. Who have dreams, and what are you gonna do with them? I am Raychell Penns. I am a serial entrepreneur. I am a serial author. I am a credit expert. I am a health specialist. I am a podcaster. I have I'm over the children ministry. Some people say, Raychell Penns, you do too much. I say, Raychell Penns, you do too little. Our purpose is to grow other people. Our purpose is to reach down and help the next person. Our purpose on earth is we're supposed to be just like Jesus, right? If you read the Bible, he helped everybody. Everybody. The whores, the thieves, the killers. Not just the ones who look like us and act like us. Ooh, that was for myself, child. Sometimes you say some stuff and it hit you. It knock your own self out, right? And so I say all that to say, my name is Raychell Penns, and I help people own their past. I wrote this book in 2015. I've been helping people own their past since 2015. I help people create healthy habits. I've been doing that since 2018. Beginning of 2018. I've been helping people create healthy habits. Why? Because I understand the consequences of us not taking care of our body. I understand the consequences. Consequences. Y'all know I terrible word. And you know what? I'm gonna want to bring that up. There was a time in my journey. Y'all know I have seizures, right? And so when On It first came out, a few people know this story. When On It first came out, I was going to do this huge book tour. I bought my banner and I was like, wow. God told me, yes, honey, I love you, cousin. God told me, write this book. This book is going to save lives. So I was like, God don't lie. So I was like, God gave me a book that's going to save lives. I am the what? The bomb, right? So I was like, on it going to save lives. On it going to save lives. On it going to save lives. And then I had a seizure. That's how I was talking. You know how I was reading? Speaking facts. That's how I was reading. And I took my stuttering self and my slow reading self, and I'm like, I ain't doing no book tour. I can't even read. I can't even read words fast. I'm not doing it. I'm not standing in front of people. If I have a seizure in front of people, what if I fall out and start shaking in front of people? Oh, I ain't gonna be able to do it. What if I got a dress on all my stuff be in the streets? Oh, I'm not doing it. I'm not doing it. So God gave me this vision in 2015. And then in 2016, when I got ready to walk into the end of my season, I had a seizure. And I was like, oh, I'm not doing it. And so I was ashamed of the seizures. I was ashamed of the way it made me feel. I was ashamed. Our world, the world we live in, make victims be so ashamed. It's so sad. But that's why I tell you, own it. I still have seizures to this day. People who really know me can tell when I've had one because I'm quieter. I'm quieter because I know what I want to say, but the words are there. Oh, and then I get so frustrated, and then the tears start trying to build. And I'd be like, you're not? Sit down. You're not, right? And the tears be like right there, like ready to come out. I'd be like, the kids want to go to that place, it's yellow, the place for burgers, the yellow place, the place with the arches, the yellow place with the arches. And people be like, McDonald's? And I'd be like, yeah, McDonald's. I couldn't say the word. I could see the arches. I know they sell burgers, but the McDonald's would not come to me. And so that put me at a deficit. It put me at an unfamiliar place. It put me at a scared place. And so I took the book that God gave me, and I was like, I ain't telling the world about this book. I sold about 100 books though. And I've to this day, people who've bought them be like, hey, you still have that book? I know somebody want to buy a book. Somebody, So I know it's a good book. And I'm still finna do a book tour with it, because when God said it's gonna save lives, who am I to stop it from saving lives? Because I might stutter. Who am I? Who am I? Let's go a step further, guys. I'm going somewhere. I'm putting y'all so deep inside of what I go through, because some of y'all are so stuck at what you need to be doing or what you could be doing, because you don't think that you're better than other people, or you don't think you're equipped to do it. Are you lacking to do it? Get out your way, king and queen. You're not lacking nothing. I wrote a children's book called Children Are Like Flowers. They have a lot in common, right? And so one of the pages says, children and flowers grow better in a clean and safe environment. Flowers need soil to grow healthy and to reach their full potential. Children are raised in, it says when, my bad. When children are raised in safe environments, they grow up to be confident adults who reach their full potential. I read that because this book was inspired by a young girl who came to my center and told me that a little boy said that she was too black. She was too black. And she was black and she was ugly. And I was like, the first thing that came to me was, we all are different colors. We're like flowers. We all come in different shapes, sizes, and colors. Nobody just like red flowers. Some people like the yellow flowers. Some people like the flowers that bloom only in this state. Some people like flowers that only bloom in this state, right? Some people like flowers that has multicolors. Some people like short flowers, tall flowers. We all have a preference of flowers that we like, right? And so this book, Children and Flowers Have a Lot in Common, was inspired by a young child who I felt impelled to write a book to let her know that she is beautiful just how she is, just how she was made. She's beautiful just how she was made. And so if I can take my situations, good, bad, or ugly, or somebody else's situation, good, bad, or ugly, and I can make it into a book to make the world a better place, what gift are you? What gift you're holding from the world right now? I'm asking. Who's out there that's holding a gift that needs to be released to the world? My children's book and on it is actually on my Raychell Penns bookstore website. But I also did a journal for little girls. No offense to little boys. That's all I had is little boys, right? But I was invited to speak at this event. And as I was getting prepared for the event, the event was about young little girls, entrepreneurs, little people trying to find their way, what they need to be doing with life. And so I made them a journal, and I made it for free. I didn't charge them anything. And I made them a journal. And so I was looking the other day, and I need to put this on my website because there's other people who could, especially people nowadays, could use the journal. And so it says it has a spot for their life. They got a whole thing that they could write down. An important word to say is, how can I help you? Please, thank you, and I love you. For some reason, when we raise our children, how can I help you? If you teach your children to say that to people, I promise you, when you get older, as an adult, you're going to be so grateful when your child asks you, hey, mama, hey, dad, how can I help you? It seems so simple. It seems so basic. It seems so, why does that even matter? Because what we feed our kids is what's going to come out of our kids. So if you're teaching them these things, you can expect those things to come out of them, right? And so I have a whole little bookstore. And it doesn't matter if I sell one book or if I sell two books. You can never take Raychell Penns, the author, from my title because it's mine. It's mine. I've written over 7, 8 books. I don't know how many, but they're mine. And so you can't take it from me, no matter if you get mad at me, if you don't like any of my books, if they're all stupid, if you've never read any, if you decide to never read a book that I write, you still can't take author from me. And I say that because there's so many people that's listening to me who have something inside of you. Let it out. Become whoever it is that you want to become, whoever it is that you think that you need to become. If you feel like the world is lacking something, maybe you're the lack. Maybe you are the key to what we're lacking and what's needed. I made a dream plan do planner. I don't want to talk about too long. I've talked about it on the show before. Many of my guests embodied. I mean, I've saw a plethora of these books. Why? Because they are the freaking truth. Facts. You know, with me having fibromyalgia, with me having seizures, I can open up my planner and it tells me exactly what I have planned for Monday. I have my planner written from Monday through Saturday, sometimes Sunday, but Monday through Saturday. I can open my planner up and I know what all I have to do for this week. So if I'm having a seizure moment, if I'm having a fibromyalgia moment, if I have a death in my family, if I'm going through a good day or a bad day, I can open my planner because no matter what's going on, I can still read. Even after I have a seizure, I might read very slow, but I can still read it. If I'm having a fibromyalgia brain fog, I can still read it. If I'm crying, I can still read it. If I'm mad, I can still read it. Write your vision and make it plain. Make it so plain that you can see it in your pain. Make it so plain you can see it in your anger. Make it so plain that the haters can see it. Make it so plain that the universe produces it because they understood the assignment. I love you guys. I hope that y'all got something from this show today. I could go on about Raychell Penns, the creator of so many things, but I just want to talk about Raychell Penns, the author today. Raychell Penns, the author today. Oh, you know what I want to add to? I have a whole, it's something called unique collaborations. I have not opened up the doors again for a new one because I have a lot going on, but I'm going to open it up. And if you've been thinking about becoming an author, let me tell you how it works. I get 13 inspiring authors together. I put us all in a group. One person writes chapter 1. One person. The second person continues when chapter 1 is done. The third person continues when chapter 2 is done. The fourth, the fifth, the sixth, the seventh, all the way till we get to chapter 13. We all reading it as we go. Our mouths are just open as we get each chapter and read, because the book is so good. We have a book that should have really been out, and I'm going to take full blame for it. Sent it off to be edited. Edits was horrible. Horrible. And we just not gonna go there. So I have my very first project with under Unique Collaboration should be out really soon. The authors are super amazing. The process and the journey was so amazing. I don't know anybody, and I'm not gonna talk for everybody, but I don't know anybody who was in the process who didn't enjoy the process. It was just amazing to get a ding at 3:00 in the morning. Somebody going, "I'm done with my chapter." You're like, "I open. I'm gonna read this. Right?" And so you can know. And so amazing. They add characters. They take characters. They can kill characters except the main character, right? You have somebody that's destined to get married. You like they get married in chapter 5, and then this person they killed the person they was getting married to, or this person then moved them to another state. And just something didn't happen and wrenched around. But guys, thank y'all so much for listening today. If y'all ever need me, I'm on your inbox. Don't call my phone. Do not call my phone. I never said that before. I feel like I'm overwhelmed. I do so many businesses. I have so much going on. I'm into stocks and bonds now, coinages, big coins, little coins, small coins. I do so much stuff. Text me before you call me. Text me before you call me. Do not Facebook call me, but I'll ask to me. Okay? But if you need me, text me. You have questions, text me. Reach out to me via text, via email, via inbox. Do not call me without texting me. And don't text me and say you're going to call me unless I text back and go, yes, okay. All right, guys. I love y'all very much. No weapons formed against anybody shall prosper. Thank y'all so much for listening today. Oh, just 1 second. I see my husband. Thank y'all guys so much. Raychell Penns, the person behind Unmasking the Blueprint. Part 1, 2. I didn't know what part this was today. It's just all about me being an author. I'll talk to y'all soon. Oh, and before I click Ernest on, guys, I have some amazing guests coming up to finish off this November. Okay. I have the amazing Free Little. She is an amazing producer. If you're looking for somebody to boost you up, to put you on some platforms, child, Free Little, look her up. That's what's up. Shantae Gibson. I don't even know if it's even rude to always say Shantae Gibson is the sister of Tyrese Gibson, because like that girl is a beast by herself. Like don't be having to acknowledge that my brother's baby boy. Right? So, and I have the amazing Shantae Gibson on coming up this month too. So I have some amazing shows coming up. Thank y'all so much for always listening and tuning in. Y'all be blessed into another day. And who gonna dance me out? Hey, Mr. Penns. Hey.
All right. Thank you for tuning in today. It would mean the world to me if you will leave a review, a rating, and subscribe to my show. Please share with your family and friends if you enjoyed the show. This show, I'm asking the blueprint, is for you. So send me a message with the topics you want us to discuss. Until next time, y'all stay safe.
Woo! See y'all next time.